Good morning, chat. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this lovely Thursday. What's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a good one so far. If you guys are just waking up, hello. If you guys are in the afternoon to your day, just got off work, doing whatever, hello. And if you just got home at night, wanting to relax, eat dinner, hello. Yeah, we here. What are we on now? Stream 4, I think. And I tell you, we're gonna be consistent now. We're gonna be consistent. Um, yeah, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy the stream as much as I am today. We have got some big things coming up. Big things coming up, and I'm excited. All right, we gonna say so tomorrow. The new patch comes in, and Miss Luna new frame will be here, and on Saturday you will see me pull for her. Okay, Saturday you will see me pull for her. I don't know when we're gonna pull for her, but it will be guaranteed. You will see me get her, and I will get her. Um, we're gonna get her. We're gonna get the character, and we're also gonna try to shoot to get the weapon. And I have everything that I need: resources, the XP, the skill things. Like I when I tell you I have everything planned, I got everything planned out. Okay, we gonna get her. We gonna level her up. We gonna get her to SS. We gonna get everything we need to get her to be maximizing everything. All right, let me show you guys. All right, let me show you real quick. All right, let me show you. Let me show you all that I have. I am prepared to get her. All right, I am prepared to get her. Where are my stuff? Items. Here we go. I have a little over 1,000 stuff of overclocking material. All right, I have over 1,000 of overclocking material, low grade. Where's it at? I have 505 XP to get to level 80 right off the rip. 587 of the weapon enhancers, and I have over 1,000 on the memory enhancers. All right, when I tell you I am ready, I'm fucking ready. Where's my skill shares? Because I also need to show that. I don't know if it's gonna show me. That's fine. Hold on. Let's go to my character real quick. Let's go to evolve. That's not the right one. It's also not the right one. Level. Here we go. Skill. Basic skill. There we go. 644. Okay? I am prepared and ready to get this Luna when she debuts. But we're not gonna get her till Saturday. But I'm ready, alright? I am ready to get this character. Okay? So with that being said, I'll go into more details towards the end of the stream, but just know Saturday's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a big day. All right, it's a big day. So today, as you see on the title, we are going to be moving on forward with continuing chapter 14, Imprisoned Sight. All right, we started it last stream, but we only did like one episode. Okay, we still got a fuck ton left, and we're to do that. I have enough serum to keep us going for a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hop right on into it, and it's gonna be a good time, right? You're gonna hear my narration, you're gonna hear my reaction on the main story, and it's gonna be a fun time, right? Let me get my headphones in. Let get to the disasters, and let us hop right on into this shit. I want to make sure volume's good for everybody. I don't know why my game was muted for there, but it should be fine now. Let me make sure. Okay, that's too loud. I think right there. Go right there. I should be fine. I don't know. Hold on. Bring it down just a tad. Right there should be fine. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 7% in. All right. Imprisoned site. We are now on 14-2, episode 2 of this chapter. Here we go. Conceal. Where did you get the Ascendant data? Chop right into it. Chrome opened his eyes to see the familiar dark room in Asimov's solemn face. Been working hard, Asimovh. How is the test data? You've reached a high enough degree of synchronization and proficiency to pass the test. But the core issue has still not been addressed. Asimovh clenches his fist and closes his eyes. Chrome has never seen such an expression on his seemingly invaluable scientific genius. Is there anything I can do to help? Asimovh grabs the mug on the table, swallows a mouthful of cold coffee, and shakes his head in a trance. This frame uses technology similar to that of Lucia Plume. I know. Before signing the agreement and applying to participate in the experiment, he fully understood the principles and risk of the project. But Asimov's expression does not stem from the achievements of his research, but rather the cost. Lucia was reborn as Bloom after sustaining life-threatening injuries during the Battle of Kulong. Asimovh had explained that she lost her original memory during the upload process. Despite having the backup of her memory, reintegration would have only caused a sense of alienation. Bloom has not only had issues since then, and Lucia's memory still remains intact. Recently, she seems to have completely regained familiarity towards her memories and has gradually overcome the impacts of the transfer process. The original agreement stated that there might be similar risk, but the main purpose of this experiment was to resolve the negative effects of frame transferal. Are you referring to the risk mentioned in the plan? No, the plan only mentioned the hypothesis we made during and at the beginning of the experiment. But as this experiment continues, I've discovered that the technology still has a lot of issues that remained unsolved. To give you a simple idea, imagine filling a bottle with rocks, then casting it out at sea. Even though your mind, aka the bottle, is stable and able to reframe all of those rocks, when uploaded into the frame, it would be inoperable, much like how the bottle would sink to the ocean floor. Lucia was able to synchronize with the frame without any adjustments due to the additional data frame. Because the data is compatible with her, just like the frame itself. Additional data. That's classified. I'm not at liberty to say much more. However, Asimovh knows that the specialized frames are special not only because they are created on the basis of all data accumulated by Grey Raven thus far, but also because they contain data from the Ascendant Alpha. When Lucia earnestly returned to the battlefield, she failed to ask the question that was deliberately hidden. Where did you get this Ascendant data? The answer was out of hope to put an end to. Shit keeps getting stuck in my throat for some reason. It's making me want to fucking cough. Alright, here we go. The answer was out of hope and to put an end to this calamity. It was also given a rise to human strife. Ever since Lucia was uploaded into the frame, the Science Council has been collecting various data on Plume. We've made numerous adjustments which allow you to safely establish a virtual link. However, only you can do it. That's because your specialized inner device and mine are inherently more stable. That's why I invited you to participate in this program. What risk are we most likely to face now? Your mind is likely to experience any number of serious cognitive side effects. common symptoms aside, you may experience mind deviation, much like how the bottle would sink to the bottom of the ocean. If it were to continue any further, you may experience mind corruption. At that point, you would lose control. Anything goes after that. If you don't know what that's like, you could speak to Papa P later. It's fine. I've read it about the inference. I've read about it in the reference materials. There's no sense in bothering the Grey Raven Commandant. However, since your specialized inner device has allowed you to serve as the Commandant of Strike Hawk, you're not the only one at risk. If your mind experiences any deviation or corruption, any squad member linked with you will also be affected. Until we resolve what is making your mind susceptible to corruption, I can't let you use this frame.
Chrome glances back at Asimov, who was looking at a large stack of files, ruminating about how to improve the frame.
I'm no scientist, but I think if the core problem of the data compatibility with my mind, or as you put it, rock sinking the bottle, would it be possible to attach additional equipment to isolate it in a parallel with the bottle?
Asimov thinks for a moment, then stands up as if to say Eureka, then walks to the side of the lab and begins looking something up in the terminals.
Rosetta. The research data from her transfer between the Centaur and the humanoid frame.
With the terminal's high processing speed, Asimov quickly finds the target file. He pulls up a chair in the front of the monitors and begins to work artistly. Seeing his bleak demeanor begin to subside, Rome politely dismisses himself.
I'll get going. Let me know if you need help collaborating the frame. Understood.
He responds without lifting his head from work. Up until Crone closes the door, all you can hear is Asimov mumbling to himself within the lab.
I'm almost at a breakthrough. And I won't let your sacrifices be in vain.
Once the sound of footsteps outside the lab fades into the distance, Asimov opens an encrypted file on Bloom containing alpha data sent to him early on by some people. The method, cost, and potential dangers of acquiring such data has been deliberately stricken from the record. Perhaps only when all of this comes to light will the truth behind those anomalies finally be revealed.
I wonder. Hello, Chrome.
After leaving the closed lab, Chrome receives a notification from Cecilia on his terminal.
There's been a change to the search and rescue mission. Since it's been assigned on such short notice, time is of the essence. Gather your squad and board the transport craft in 40 minutes. Mission details have been uploaded to your terminal. Let me know if you have any questions.
Chrome opens up the mission details and quickly scans the intel. The new mission is to enter the Agnes Blast Zone to search for an
butchering it.
Abnormalities.
It may appear to be an ordinary recon mission, but after you evacuated, we suddenly detected high punishing concentration within the area.
Certainly?
Correct. The specific location and concentration fluctuate greatly. Maybe it's just a false positive caused by various regional and climate factors, or maybe there's something hiding down there. Considering the potential risk, the mission is best left in good hands.
Chrome scrolls down the intel log and notices a small line of gray text at the bottom. This task has been transferred from Grey Raven to Strike Hawk.
This was originally assigned to Grey Raven. Papa P is indisposed and unable to perform missions for the time being. Have the memory flashbacks put the Commodore out of commission?
Cecilia hesitates for a moment before realizing why Chrome would know about it.
Seems like Wan Shi has sensed something is wrong with Papa P. Correct, the Commandant's condition has something to do with that.
The phrasing of something filled Chrome's mind without a doubt, but asking about it directly probably would not elect a response.
Understood. I'll rally the team.
Chrome terminates the call, but before he can issue an assembly order to Wan Shi and Kamui, the communication bump flashes again.
I received the test results.
Due to the risk and the residues involved with the frame transfer experiment, John Smith had also received a notice as a co-signer.
Careful, you're playing with fire. You can always back out of the experiment if you need to. I appreciate the concern, Mr. Smith. I'll be sure to tread carefully, but with great risk comes great reward. What do you have coming up? We were assigned to a mission met with Grey Raven. I'm going to assemble the team and proceed to the target. Grey Raven? Looks like they're in over their heads this time. Because of the Commandant's illness. From what I've gathered, illness is only an excuse for the Commandant to be monitored. Poppin' peas to be monitored. Yes, but that's just a start. Grey Raven has a lot of trouble coming their way. Not only are they dealing with this mysterious illness, they've also got people trying to uncover their past transgressions in order for Grey Raven to be a stepping stone on their road to success. Past transgressions? Why is that? These people are planning to use the Commandant's condition to put them out of service. But the Commandant still hasn't slipped up, so they have to put their plan on hold. Hell yeah, boy, we fucking built like that. We know that shit coming in. If Pop and P keeps this up, they'll try to stop Grey Raven from claiming that they violated military orders, had a private connection with the Ascendant leader, or that they're keeping their whereabouts a secret. A private connection with the Ascendant leader? No Commandant can do that. And I don't believe Pop and P is harboring the enemy. Goddamn right, we fucking built different. It's just a possibility. Apparently, the Hawksu in the enemy's hands is determined that Pop and P can resist mind corruption and connect with the Ascendants. After learning this, the enemy specifically asked Gasalt to verify authenticity, and the results were confirmed. Why did the Hawksu think that Pop and P can connect with the Ascendants? Because the Commandant crossed paths with them during the underground battle of City 75. The Commandant wrote everything down on a mission report, but someone leaked it. Even if the Commandant hadn't said anything, these people would have found out one way or another. If it came to that, falsely falsifying the military report would only exacerbate their crimes. Who leaked the Commandant's mission? It doesn't matter. Even if you found out and who did it, someone else would just take their place. Their network has penetrated into the very fabric of Babylonia. All the president can do is take every necessary precaution. There isn't much time that he can do to prevent leaks. After all, the opposition has other means to implicate them. Not to mention, they occupy numerous irreplaceable positions. No one knows what the Commandant really did. They claim that Pop and P lost consciousness at the time. Even the constructs of Grey Raven didn't see Luna leave. They're still collecting evidence, but based on the current trend, the opposite is deliberately trying to forge evidence to achieve their goals. How do you know this? Working in the political sphere, I have my ways. I am Smith, after all. The next Smith will learn to piece together fragments of intel and speculation to get into the whole picture.
Chrome furrows his brows as if lost in thought.
Where is Pop and P now? Do you want to see the Commandant? Yes. People need to use whatever they can to get rid of any other unnecessary troubles. I'm telling you all of this intel just to remind you. I know you're interested in the Commandant's potential. I didn't want to interfere with you being around such an exceptional human, but the squad is already in too deep. If you get too close to Pop and P, you'll be monitored and put in the same position. Just look at the other Grey Ravens. Stay away from them, or else you'll just get caught in the crossfire. Trust my judgment in the way of doing things, Mr. Smith. Even if I see Pop and P, I won't let them get the best of me. Please tell me, where is Pop and P? Well, it's good to know that we now know the backstory of why they wanted to come to me. I mean, we knew it was the Ascendant's link, and we knew that we made contact with Luna And Hoxie was thinking like, oh shit, like this shit's happening. But at the same time, it's like, what are they really after? Do they just want to use me? I know they want to use me as a stepping stone, but to what extent?
After numerous requests, Chrome finally gets a brief meeting with the Commandant on the grounds of relaying information on the mission. Under the watchful eye of soldiers and staff, the airtight door slowly rises up. Blinding light fills the empty room. A human is sitting in the cold and hard seat of a conference room, looking ahead with tired and dull eyes.
We can't give in. We cannot give in now.
Someone once joked that the uncomfortable chairs can shorten meetings and make them more efficient. But when a person is left to sit on the chair for almost 2 days, the same cannot be said. Chrome looks around the room quietly. In this clean, tidy, and assuming room, cameras are installed at each of the 4 corners. At least, that was all that could be seen with the naked eye. He steps into the room and the door slowly lowers. Even though it's just the 2 of you, neither of you are able to speak freely under such watchful eyes. Looking at the side of your pale and tired face, Chrome quietly clenches his fist. Before he greets you, he notices the projection equipment in the corner. The hazy blue light creates a 3-dimensional image of an antique clock and no tick marks or minute hand. There is only an hour hand, slowly moving along with each swing of the pendulum. A small line of text below the clock reads, "Monitoring schedule." It is difficult for those who have not experienced it to notice, but one's perception of time is infinitely lengthened by staring at a clock during times of hardship. Before coming here, Chrome had heard that the interval between examinations and treatment was 2 hours during the day and 5 hours at night. Anyone who has worked at the Star of Life knows that this frequency of treatment for patients with serious illness is normal. But that is done under the conditions that the patients in critical conditions are looked after without being disturbed, not monitored in confinement. However, if an appeal is submitted during the frequency of treatment, the other party would just come up with a series of written terms to prove that they are not violating any rules. The Commandant's hardship would be hidden between the lines, such as being isolated in this room for an extended duration. The blinding light of cold, hard conference chairs making rest nigh impossible. Numerous monitoring equipment in the room, soldiers and staff pacing outside. The clock without tick marks, all too convenient monitoring interval. Singling out any one of these reasons will give no indication that there is any foul play. No one could complain that the room is too clean and empty, or that their seats are too uncomfortable. But together, this is enough to make life wither away with each swing of the pendulum.
This is a poison in any sense of the word.
Chrome wants to say something, but he finds himself unable to speak under such watchful eyes. Seeing the clock, Chrome cannot help but recall that you had downloaded Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Pit in the Pendulum, from the database.
Did Pop P ever finish reading the story?
Regardless, Chrome has something to do.
Hello, Grey Raven Commandant. Oh shit, we on me now.
You slowly turn in the direction of a familiar voice to see Chrome standing by the door. The white paint from his coating reflects the blinding light in the room, as if enveloping him.
Oh my god.
Enveloping him in its radiance.
Hello, Chrome. It's been a while.
You barely managed to muster off such a brief greeting out of sheer fatigue. In a trance, you see an internal struggle in Chrome's gaze.
How are you feeling? Oh, peachy. Like crap. Quite obvious, isn't it?
The lengthy interrogation regarding the memory replays and mission details have taken a toll on your voice prior to meeting him. No matter how hard you try, you cannot hide the raspiness in your voice. Chrome quietly walks over and stands in front of a chair. He turns slightly to block the blinding light from above, but the struggle in his eyes become all the more apparent.
Have a seat. I'll try to stand.
Chrome quickly reaches out and gently helps you back into your seat.
You shouldn't stand up as weak as you are. I'm just here to talk about the mission. Anyway, Babylonia has detected high fluctuations of punishing concentration within the Loch Ness blast zone. If we could rule out any false positives, there might be something hidden there. Did you notice anything during the lost mission? I'll explain what happened during the mission.
Listening to your explanation, Chrome records the main points in his terminal notes and draws detailed areas on the map.
Thanks for the help. Looks like there might actually be something suspicious here. I'll bring some sensors along. Oh shit! Who? Lynn, what is it? Lynn Hergard? I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Hello, welcome. We are now on chapter 14. I will be brief. Thank you for following. And I hope you enjoy the story and my narration. Alright, lock in. Chrome, how much longer do you think I'll be here?
For any of the onlookers, this sentence would have no significance. As if understanding the look in your eyes, Chrome shifts his gaze from Penellium onto you.
Soon, the Penellium will stop descending. Soon. Descend? What do you mean? When they can't get what they want? Are you a rat?
Seeing that you got the hint, Chrome smiles and drops his gaze.
I'm becoming one. Woohoo! What's he mean by that?
After he finishes speaking, the door promptly raises with the clear buzzing of an alarm. Chrome sets back, causing the blinding light to occupy your field of vision.
Thank you again for your help. Goodbye for now.
He nods under the staff's watchful eye, then leaves the empty room. As the door closes with a heavy thud, your gaze returns to the white void.
Alright, so we so we're getting good. Knowing that we staying strong and that the constructs know, like, watch what we say and keeping hits like that. That's nice. I do like that. Alright, here we go. 14-3. Return to the core area. Ooh, what come we? Okay.
Gloomy clouds blanket the sky. Golden rays of light struggle to penetrate the clouds as if attempting to save what remained on Earth. The transport craft carrying the Strikehawk trio breaks through the dark clouds and lands steadily on a patch of open land covered in yellow sand. As soon as the hatch door opens, a blonde figure rushes out. He looks around and shakes his head in disappointment.
There used to be an abandoned ruins here, but now there's nothing.
Only scorched earth remains underfoot. Everything that was once here had been reduced to charred rubble, leaving only devastation.
Ginzel, thanks for the first time chat, but I'm good. I don't need none of that. I'll do this shit by hand. I'll build this shit brick by brick. And build a community on my own terms. Alright, here we go.
Bewilling white smoke rises from the scorched earth. Cinder beacon remains of everything that once was stretched out of a hand, beckoning the distant sky, only to vanish in thin air.
Wow, this is Ground Zero for the Loch Ness strike.
Chrome follows calmly out of the cabin and scans the surrounding area.
Nothing is left here, but the punishing concentration still continues to fluctuate sporadically. Guess the show ain't over yet.
Despite the red tide having been cleansed for quite some time already, it shows signs of surfacing once more. After a concentrated effort to find Luna, the enemy leader, her whereabouts remain unknown. Whatever the reason, it's the sign of a colossal threat to come. But for Chrome, this recon mission has deeper implications after learning about the current state of Pop and P. If they can find the Ascendant leader, they can at least give some credence to Pop and P.
Stay on high alert. We need to find the source of this anomaly. Ice up.
Looking at the ground in front of him, Chrome opens the map on his terminal, tries to figure out their current position.
Based on the previous investigation, let's head northwest first. That's where a majority of the data of anomalies that we have been monitoring are located. Come away, go get Wan Shi. You got it, boss. Oh, you rang?
Right before Kamui runs out of the transport craft, Wan Shi stumbles out, half awake.
Oh, shake me awake like that again, and I'll blow a fuse. The flight over here was so smooth. I was out before I knew it. Could sleep through a hurricane. Touché. So, what's the plan? We need to find out if the red tide is still hiding somewhere, obviously.
Wan Shi furrows his brows, then looks around at the scorched earth. Several days have passed since they were tasked with deploying the bit domain nodes, but you are still being monitored. He has wanted to investigate the Commandant's previously unmentioned systems in his own search of treatment, but he has only been met with red tape.
Looks like this mission is just an excuse to keep Strikehawk out of the picture.
A sneaking suspicion pops up in his mind, but he lacks the proper intel to back it up.
Let's finish this mission before investigating any further.
As Wan Shi catches up to his crew comrades, the trio begin to make their way northwest through the acrid smell of scorched ruins. After a short while, Chrome's comlink begins to flash again.
Looking at the time, I'm guessing you haven't made it too far. Correct, Mr. President. We ran into another threat assessment on the mission. You may encounter a massive red tide, so I've temporarily assigned Kamui to join the team. Or Kamu. Due to his particular nature as a transcendent, let him operate alone as much as possible, but don't let him remove that filter Asimov made for him. Roger. He'll be there shortly. I'll leave the rest to you, Captain.
And with that, Hazen terminates the call.
Did the President just raise the threat level of a mission? No, he is just taking into consideration of the potential risk by assigning Kamu to our team.
But if the situation is really as simple as Hazen made it out to be, all they would have to do is check any area that had slipped between the cracks. But are those areas the reason for an increased threat level?
Damn, I was hoping for a change of pace. This place has been picked cleaner than a tub of ice cream on Kamu's hand. There's no red tide in sight. What was that?
Hearing the familiar voice, the trio turns to see a resentful Kamu intentionally keeping his distance.
Keep talking and I'll kill you.
At this moment, the indescribable figure flashes just barely.
What?
Flashes by just barely within view.
What's that? Huh? Was someone running behind us?
Kamu looks back, but the barren land is devoid of life.
Let's go check it out. Alright, it ran off to the west, right side of direction of our target. We also need to check for any signs of the red tide. Leave it to me. The terrain here is too difficult to differentiate, Kamo. We can split up after we reach our target. Fine.
The barren land extends outward like a vast ocean. Under the time-worn and swallow sky, the distant horizon is obscured by smoke and dust, like the scorched edges of a burnt paper. Camus silently follows the trio from a distance, scanning the area for clues. But no matter where they go, the barren landscape is a lifeless monotony of scorched remains.
Let's split up here.
Right as Chrome issues the command, the team hears something nearby. Everyone turns towards the direction of the sound, but there's nothing to be seen.
Do we have company? I can't imagine why someone would be in such a dreadful place. Maybe it's the person we saw earlier. Let's go check it out.
The team proceeds in the direction of sound. All they find are footsteps containing the punishing virus.
Feels like we're being watched.
Standing off at a distance, he scans the surrounding area. His gaze stops at the transcript craft.
Wait, what?
His gaze stops on the transport craft that had brought them here.
I feel the same. Could it be someone who was here? We can't tell if it's the same person yet. Must be a corrupted or ascendant nearby, given the punishing concentration of their footsteps.
Following Kamu's gaze, Chrome looks back at the transport craft.
Why would they be hiding if they're an ascendant? To draw our attention? Or maybe they were wounded and trying to avoid a confrontation.
Considering that these footsteps might belong to their target, Chrome determines to continue pursuit.
We can't jump to conclusions. Let's keep searching. Grab a sensor and split up. Come away, you take the west. You got it, boss. Wanchi, you take the east. Stay on high alert and maintain contact. Got it. Come on, take the north. I'll take the south. If you find anything or run into danger, don't get impulsive. Keep your comms on at all times. I wonder if it's who I'm thinking. We ain't gonna say yet. I don't know who, but I think I know who it might be. Where's my mouse? I can't use my mouse. They say it requires more investigation, but what would the red tide really be in such places? At any rate, there should only be scorched earth and ashes left. I wonder if this is too loud for you guys. Hold on. There we go. Wanted to lower it down just a little bit for you guys. This music kind of blaring. But is it true that high concentrations of punishing virus can be detected occasionally? I'll set up the detection device while you go and check the situation below. Let me know if you need anything. Alright, here we go. We're not gonna talk about this. Alright, let's get into it. I want to get into this fight. Ooh. So it's very interesting to know that the higher ups want to keep Strikehawk out of the picture, but I also understand why Hazen and all them want to keep him out too. I mean, you get him into this, and you get him into the picture. The next thing you know, you've got two very capable teams out of commission because of this whole thing. Okay, so we got boxes. So we got 3 of them. Okay. But I like the story so far. It's very alluring and interesting to see that they are really that they are really trying to figure out what is going on with me and why they want me. But it's also pretty cool to see that the like story is kind of revolving more around and showing a good amount of each team's involved. You know, Strikehawk, us, Igris, and what am I missing? Where's the other one? Right there. And I'm sure the other teams will be involved here soon. But it's nice to see like every character is kind of getting a good amount of spotlight. Yeah. And I do like that the Strikehawk team is looking out for us and like concerned about us, because you don't really, yeah, we're all fighting for one thing, you know, under one banner. But it's nice to see that, you know, all the teams, you know, care about us, well, in the team, and same being vice versa. You know, we care about our other team, because at the end of the day, we all want to get home safely, beat this punishing virus, reclaim Earth, and call it a day. Oh yeah, One Shi, let's do this. Yeah. And I'm excited to see the story progress deeper into the chapters when we get there, because it'll be very interesting, and it'll be fun with the narration when that time comes. Well, these are new. I've never seen these. Let's do this. What are they called? Boothis? Interesting name. Oh yeah, tag team it. Oh yeah! Ooh.
That felt so good.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Excuse me. We are now on 14-4, Untraceable. Maybe there's an easier and more straightforward way.
Chrome follows the punishing concentration in the direction of footsteps and enters a patch of scorched ruins. Even though the footsteps begin to fade, Chrome discovers a pack of unusual edible creatures. Compared to those previously discovered, they more closely resemble an organism that once existed on Earth, scorpions. Right as Chrome discovers the pack of scorpion-like edible creatures, they too discover him and launch an attack. After a quick battle, they let out an ear-piercing screech as Chrome renders him to pieces with his scythe. Once Chrome secures the area, he puts on a pair of protective gloves and takes some samples of analysis.
There's nothing in our database of these hero creatures. Looks like we discovered a new species. Maybe they've only started to emerge recently.
Regardless, their mission is clear. Chrome opens a comlink without hesitation and taps Asimov's name.
Strikehawk Captain Chrome reporting on, I've discovered an unrecorded species of hero creature. Send it over. There's something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a minute? That depends. I want to know if this type of hero creature is a recent phenomenon. Sorry, we could talk about it later if you're busy. No, I'm just looking at the data you sent over. Looks like this type of hero creature has already evolved again in such a short amount of time. But one thing is for certain, this is a byproduct of the red tide.
Hearing this, Chrome's suspicions are confirmed.
The red tide must still be here if the hero creatures are roaming around. Are you going to continue searching the area? Yes, thanks for your help. I'll contact you if we have any more samples. That won't be necessary. Give them to me when you come back. I've got other work to do.
Over 2 hours after Chrome ordered the team to split up. Even with each of the squad members installing a sensor in their respective areas, the fluctuating punishing virus concentration proves difficult to uncover any clues. The geology also offers no conclusive evidence except for the edible creature familiar. Perhaps this was due to Logny's arsenal or someone intentionally covering their tracks. He has suspected that the Red Tide has retreated underground, but 2 hours of searching has not uncovered anything resembling an underground access point. Further investigation into the surrounding areas and the task force investigation into the underground city have been equally fruitless. Maybe there was an easier, albeit cruel method. Luckily, Chrome has brought up a bag of explosive as powerful as jitter bombs, just in case.
We already know what them jitter bombs can do.
Based on the fluctuation trend of high punishing concentration, the sensors indicate the closest high concentration zone is 35 meters from the surface. If they get to the position wrong and use up all the explosive, they will have to return to base or call for support.
We need to reconfirm the positioning of the explosives.
Given the fluctuating concentration, there are numerous possibilities. If it is only a polluted underground waterway, the real Red Tide would be elsewhere. With everything that needs to be done, hastily requesting support would only add an undue burden onto others. The best course of action would be to continue checking. Just as Chrome is considering the matter at hand, Kamui's voice can be heard on the comlink.
Captain, I found something. Understood. I'll be right there.
Chrome murders over to Kamui. He sees Wan Shi kneeling by him, looking at a high concentration reading on the sensor.
All the data in this area is the same. Not to mention, the location of high concentration is relatively close to the surface, at least closer than previously measured.
Realizing that now is their window of opportunity, Chrome explains the plan to the others while checking the data relayed by nearby sensors. But as quickly as the window opens, it closes as the data returns to normal.
What? It's gone? What could it be? Maybe the Red Tide is moving underground? That seems highly likely. Let's use the explosive to blast open an access point. Where should we plant them?
Looking at his terminal, Wan Shi points at several highly concentrated spots on the map with a long, drawn-out yawn.
We have enough explosives to make our 4 guesses. Let's choose from these 3 locations for the time being. We'll save the rest just in case. We can increase the blast depth by cracking the surface. That should give us more of a buffer. Alright, my time to shine.
Kamui enthusiastically shoulders his great sword and begins to hack it at a designated area, leaving a crack that vaguely resembles the letter A.
Oh, by the looks of it, I'm guessing you've been playing Treasure Hunter?
Kamui tilts his head in confusion. Seems like he has never heard of the game.
My bad.
Wan Shi responds as he assembles the explosive.
What's that?
Kamui continues hacking away with his great sword.
It's a popular game, Sanebox, for VR. It's basically what you're doing right now. People use it for exercise or physical activity. It's quite the workout. But it's mostly popular because you can dig up tickets that can be redeemed for gold. I heard someone won 10 tons of gold, then used it to buy their own private island. No way! I think I'll give it a try after this mission. Tough luck. There aren't any rewards left. The game was developed by the government to encourage people to work out, so they prepared and paid for all the rewards beforehand. Now that there aren't any rewards, the game's really died off. Well, that blows. Why do you think so much about that game, Wan Shi? Or why do you know about it? A long time ago, there was a sick kid who would just stay in bed all day and refuse treatment. I used it as a way for him to get some exercise. I can lend it to you if you want. Sweet! Is there a co-op? We could play together. I'll pass. I'd rather just kick up my feet. He's really...
Wan Shi sets down the fully assembled explosive device and lets out a long yawn, drawn out too.
Hey, was that sick kid you? Huh?
While Kamui waits for the reply, Wan Shi becomes quiet for a moment, falling asleep right where he stands.
Damn, that boy. Anyway, why isn't Kamu back yet? We walked fast. I'll take him. Oh, it'll take him a while to be back.
Right at that moment, the trio sees Kamu appear nearby, unwilling to come any closer.
Get over here. We've got an enhanced gear this time around. That won't be necessary. I'm used to standing this far away. Well, get used to standing here. But this will be missions without enhanced gear. I don't know. I don't want to go through that effort.
Kamu frowns and turns his back, ignoring Kamui. Suddenly, Chrome receives an anonymous encrypted message on his terminal.
I need news on Luna. Who sent a message like that?
Chrome examines the metadata for any possible clues, but it hasn't been scrubbed clean. Oh, but it has.
There's no way to trace the sender. Our top priority is to find a red tide. There's no time to waste. We may not be able to trace it, but I'm sure you have a pretty good idea who sent it.
Chrome furrows his eyebrows, thinking about the current state of Pop and P.
Look at that, man. Look at the whole team looking after me. I got the whole squad, even another team looking at me.
Although he has speculated that it might be someone who is looking for Luna, it would be foolish to probe any more information this way. Probe.
I think it's someone who is worried about Grey Raven. Grey Raven? What happened to them? I heard something from my father before we left. Hold on, huh? Which one was his father? Wait a minute. Which one? John? Puppet P not only violated military orders, but is facing accusations of harboring an ascendant. Harboring an ascendant? How's that possible? Does that mean the Commandant's confined treatment is just an excuse? You know about that. No wonder you haven't got much sleep recently. I just wanted to help treat Pop and P. After all, I still owe the Commandant. But it didn't take me long to realize it wasn't that simple. Grey Raven still doesn't know the whole story. If they did, they would rather have their memories checked than let Pop and P be charged. So lies the problem. Lucia, being closest to Pop and P, then also lost consciousness toward the end, so there isn't any proof to exonerate Pop and P. Unless someone could find the treatments or the target's whereabouts, they're going to be monitored indefinitely and prohibited from performing missions. That reminds me, Hazen looked like he had something weighing on his mind this morning. There might be some other oddities as well.
Seeing that Kamui wants to question Wan Shi, Rome sticks out his hand to end the conversation.
This is not the place for chit-chat. Our top priority is the mission. Save it for when we're back in Babylonia. So they're trying to piece together everything that's going on. They're getting closer. They're getting closer bit by bit. Okay. We'll do this mission, and then I'm going to go get some water. Damn. All right. 14-5. Gaze of the Abyss.
After planting the explosive device and retreating to safety, they detonate the bomb amid a thunderous boom and plume of smoke. The indistinguishable figure jumps into the pit without lightning speed, or with lightning speed.
Someone's there! Follow them!
Rushing over to the pit created by the blast, the team discovers a dark cave just big enough for one person to squeeze into. Chrome hands the end of the carabiner to Kamui and cautiously leans down to probe into the cave.
Looks like there really is a hidden underground region.
Chrome picks up a stone and throws it into the darkness. A clang comes echoing from the cavernous depths.
And it sounds huge.
With the light above, Chrome takes a detailed look at the inside of the cave before backing out and reporting it to the others.
Does it look like an underground waterway? When I came here to explore, I heard that there were several access points near the Red Tide, but they were all abandoned pipelines that shouldn't have been taken care of. Looks like we have the access point. Was more hidden than we thought, considering how low the punishing concentration is on us, and it's not accumulating here for the time being. We must have detected a spike as it passed through. Not to mention, whoever used our discovery to rush in before the smoke cleared must be familiar with the area. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a depot network connected with the core region that was destroyed by the Loch Ness arsenal. Otherwise, I can't imagine how the Red Tide would have moved undetected. The core area was flooded by the Red Tide, so it's no surprise that we couldn't detect the access point if it was hidden underneath it. But even after Loch Ness strike, we still couldn't detect it. Think it was quickly covered up by someone? Given the footsteps and the footprints and the person that we just ran in, there must be an enemy base that we haven't detected yet. We need to go down, Captain. Whether it be eradicated the Red Tide or put a stop to any potential threats. Oh yeah, his face is serious now. This feels like a trap. Seems like someone is rolling out the red carpet for us. Are we really going down there?
Chrome pauses, then throws a glow stick into the cave and inspects the waterway interior. The interior is vast, and the surrounding walls, illuminated by the light source, reveal signs of damage and peeling, as if silently recounting the past. A faint trickling comes from just out of the glow stick's reach. Dreadful red liquid drips from the cracked pipe in the ceiling. The mist created from a splashing red liquid models the glow stick, staining the red light.
There are traces amount. Ooh, what? There are trace amount. There are twice amounts of red tide below, but the waterway is still humid. It's already passed through here as I predicted. If we continue our search, the threat level will be much higher than we first accepted the mission. If we return to Babylonia, it's not like we'll receive any additional support. Not many task forces have returned to Babylonia in one piece lately. They still need time to repair the flames. The remaining teams are still out on missions. Not just missions. I went to go speak with Lee this morning, but I was prohibited from entering the preparation room. Who stopped you? Some guy in a suit. He had a chip on his shoulder, that's for sure. Kurno. Huh? What's with them?
Kamu gives the look of disgust in response to Kamui's question.
Let's report our findings to Babylonia and prepare a distress call just in case.
Chrome quickly drafts up the report in his terminal and sets a timer on the distress call as per routine. If the timer expires before he cancels it, the distress call will be immediately relayed to Babylonia. After transmitting the report to Babylonia, Chrome signals the others to proceed into the underground waterway.
I'll scout ahead just in case the red tide comes swinging our way. I won't be affected by it. I still gotta figure out his voice. That's our safest bet. Be careful. Save that for you guys. I don't know if I want to keep him like that or more deeper. We'll have to play around.
Kamu quickly slides down and enters the cave with ease, landing on a pile of rocks below.
Coast is clear. Come on down. I'm gonna stick with that for a second.
Hearing this, the trio prepares to enter the underground waterway.
What is it? Feels like there's something on my back.
Chrome looks down and inspects Wan Chi's back, discovering the addition of what appears to be a button. Had it not been for his familiarity with his team, such a minute detail would have surely gone overlooked.
That's how close. That's when you know Chrome's a good captain. He knows his team good.
He gently grabs the button, then removes it from Wan Chi's frame.
It's
The pinhole lens on the button is like a dark abyss staring back at Chrome within his grasp. He crushes the device, then pats Wan Chi on the shoulder.
Let's go. Nothing out of the ordinary, but that doesn't mean we're free from trouble.
The trio looks in the direction of Kamu's gaze. Where the light meets the void, dozens of red lights are approaching rapidly.
Leave them to me. It's gonna work for now.
Kamu swings his great sword at the approaching danger. After a brief clash, the red lights disappear.
Worthless scrap of.
Before he can finish speaking, more edible creatures come charging out of the depths.
Come on, don't be wash.
But before Chrome can convince him otherwise, Kamu slams his great sword on the floor while surrounded by darkness. Following the sharp clang of crumbling metal, Kamu curses indifferently and disappears among a ray of red lights.
Come on.
As the trio runs into the darkest section of the waterway, they see dozens of fluorescent fish-shaped edible creatures floating above the collapsed floor. The sound of running water and Kamu's enraged voice can be heard coming up from the hole.
Guess I found a secret tunnel straight down. His voice is bothering me, but it's whatever. A fall? That far didn't break your legs? I grabbed onto one of those floating fish just in time to make my fall. Don't jump down. The red tide is here. All right, we'll find another route down the horrendous whoa, I'm butchering bad. All right, we'll find another route down to rendezvous with you. We'll split up and investigate for now. I told you I was going to scout ahead.
He walks away, cursing under his breath. Right at that moment, a strange noise comes from the other side of the previously quiet waterway.
What's that over there?
The trio returns to their previous location, then walks to the other side of the light of a glow stick. They come upon a fish-shaped edible creature, floundering as it attempts to heal itself.
Wait a minute. This might not be who I think it is. Who was just here? Seems like the work of an assailant. Well, since we can't cross the gap back there, let's go this way.
After fumbling for a half an hour as they infiltrate the winding network of tunnels, Chrome finally discovers an entrance in the distance behind a curtain. Informing his two comrades, they extinguish the glow sticks and stick them in their bags as they quietly approach. The trio pulls back the curtain to discover an inner chamber.
This doesn't look like a part of the waterway. Did we find a hidden room? Shh, be quiet.
Kamui nods and lowers his volume.
An older room like this seems to have been part of the waterway. Finding a structure like this must mean this isn't just a waterway. Maybe it has something to do with the underground city.
Right as the two of them are lost in thought, a fish floats in front of Kamui.
A hero creature! Kamui, keep it down! A hero creature?
Suddenly, the gentle and quiet voice of a girl.
Oh, fuck.
comes in, comes from behind the trio. There is no sense of aggression in her voice. They have been elsewhere. The presence of a quiet schoolgirl would not have been batted an eye.
Who? Who is this? Costa.
Looking in the direction of the voice, they see a feeble girl standing among the school of fish-shaped edible creatures approaching Chrome.
You're not who I was expecting. Who the fuck are you? Oh man, I mean,
That means I gotta do a voice of a schoolgirl.
oh shit. Here we go. Fuck. Greetings, visitors. Oh fuck. Here we go.
Set among the backdrop of molten lights, her golden eyes are glossed with a mysterious haze.
Why have you broken into my greenhouse? Oh shit. Damn, is she an ascendant?
The girl raises her slender left hand as countless ribbons of red static envelop her arm. At that moment, the trio needs no explanations as to what they're facing.
An ascendant? Oh damn, she was quick.
Without hesitation, Kamui swings his great sword at the girl. Before he can land a blow, dozens of fish-shaped edible creature from an impenetrable wall in front of the girl.
No, I'm not an ascendant yet.
With each slash from Kamui's great sword, an endless stream of fish stands in its way. The girl, however, remains standing there motionless, seemingly oblivious to the attack.
Kamui, get back here. Roger.
He quickly retreats behind Chrome. The wall in front of the girl gradually loosens and returns to the original form as edible creatures float around her. Continuing to fight won't be a fruitful endeavor. Fortunately, their opponent seems open to discussion, so they should be able to at least gather some information.
Why do you want to harm my friends?
The girl cradles the remains of fish like a newborn baby. She pats the fish in her arms. Red current pours into the remains through the girl's fingertips. The sundered remains form into the fish shape of a fish.
I take it you're from Babylonia too. Too? Correct. We're from the task force from Babylonia. Are you one of Luna's ascendants? No, I'm not an ascendant. I have nothing to do with Agent Luna.
Even though she understands him as her enemy, she shows no intention of attacking. Instead, she looks at Chrome with absent eyes and smiles politely at him.
Cinder... Huh? How do you say that name? Cinderlake? No. Cinder Elk. Cinder Elk? We're going to go with that. My name is Cinder Elk. I'm just a trainee unworthy of... What? They're Mister? They're Mister. Oh, Mister. I'm with you, Crumb. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Faced with Chrome's question, the girl named Cinderic,
We're gonna go with that.
just gently upstretches the vestige of the wing. This action reminds Chrome of a man with mechanical wings, a man whose name everyone knows is synonymous with danger.
What, Mister? Do you mean Gabriel? Oh, okay, him. No, not him, really. No.
She retracts her damaged wing, stroking the tips with her feathers like a pitiful bird tending to its wings.
Oh, yeah, because, right, Gabriel does have wings. Oh, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't see your message just now. I was locked in on this story. I'm doing good. How about you? And so far, I am excited for the integration patch, if that's the new update that's coming tomorrow. I am excited. I am going to be pulling for Luna when she comes, but I'm not going to be pulling her tomorrow. I'm going to be pulling for her on stream Saturday. So if you want to tune in on that, I'll be live 9 a.m. from 12. I don't know how long or when I'm going to go pull for her, but I am pulling for her for sure that stream. So if you want to hop in and see me win and get my reaction, you best tune in. All right, we're gonna get back on the story real quick. We already read this part. Okay. No, not Mr. Gabriel. My wing is a relic of a friend. A friend? You mean those fish?
Hearing Wan Chi's question, Cinder's eyes drooped down.
No, not them. My first friend. I'll bring my friend back one day. Then I'll return the swing. Can't you repair those fish? Repairing them only brings back an empty shell. The mister said that if I continue learning from Gabriel, I'll figure out a way to bring my friend back. And also...
The girl suddenly takes in a cold breath, as if suddenly recalling something or receiving an order. She looks up as if coming from her senses. Her lifeless eyes are full of gloom under the molten light.
Since you're from Babylonia, you'll try to stop the mister. My mission isn't to fight, but I must buy time before informing the mister.
At that moment, the trio hears restless stirring from all around, following which Cindric fades into the darkness.
Watch out! Looks like we're fighting now.
The one that advances wins.
It's either growing over time, maybe it's just a timer. What the hell is that? Is that the scorpion? Oh, it is. Oh, yeah! Oh, that was quick. Well, there's no voiceovers, but there is English dub. Like as if they're talking, but when it comes to narration and all that, there's no voiceovers. So I'm kind of making up my own characters' voices as I go through, and you'll see the commandant, which is us. You'll hear me. You'll hear everyone have its own little voice that I'm doing. So I'm making this interesting for not only me but for you guys. All right, let's keep moving. Is it this one? No. Motivation pod. Which one am I looking at? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, here we go. Open the door ahead and move further inside the building. Okay. Boop. And I appreciate you for thanking me. I've only been streaming. This is now the fourth stream, I think. So I'm getting used to more talking like this. Yeah, of course. I like make things more immersive for you guys. For me, it makes the story more interesting that way, and it gives each character a personality while I'm doing the story, and it gives me something to make it more fun. And when it comes to the commandant, us when I have dialogue, I just like to immerse myself, thinking, okay, I'm in this. All right, here we go. Hi-ya! Oh yeah, I'm going in. 3, dodge!
How do you feel about the result?
All right, coming you up. Jumped out of the. Oh, we got more of them. Ooh, what do we? Oh. Nice. Damn, there were a lot of them. Oh! Oh, we gotta close the pod. What the hell? It's like, oh, fishes. Ooh, oh god. All right. 4, 3. Nice. How do I close these pods? I would like to know. 5. There we go. I think that's all the enemies. Nope, there's still one more. 3, 2, 3, 3. Damn, she's got more of them. Is that all? Oh, we gotta keep moving forward. Damn, I wasted my ult for nothing. Oh well. Oh! Move! Damn. There we go. There is a lot of plant life here. Oh, I'm out of water. Fuck. Damn it, come on. Six. Damn it, not what I wanted. Four. Now we go to three. Two. One. Q. Nice. Who am I most excited in seeing right now? Now, I have been keeping up, but I don't know the very most recent. I would say who I'm kind of looking for. I'm kind of looking forward to all the characters, because they all are very unique in their own way. Now, character design wise, style wise, Luna, she's number one for me, since she's kind of like the one that got me actually into the game. But otherwise, I would say probably Lucia's new frame, and then I think there's word on the street that Selena's getting one, but I can't confirm or deny that yet. Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to be right back and use the restroom and get me some more water, and then we will continue on. So I will be right back. Oh. All right, chat, we're back. Looks like these knots, whatever his name is, I think that's how you say it, is out of here. Well, I hope he enjoyed the stream. I hope he had fun while he was here. Because he said... Oh, yes, okay, so the Celine is legit. And it looks like the patch arrives... Oh, wow. So it's going to arrive tomorrow for them. Alright. Well, I hope he had a good time. And I hope you guys are having a good time too so far. We're only like, what, an hour 20 in? Yeah, we still got plenty of time left. Here we go. Let's get this done. 14-6. New woes. Oh, we got the whole team this time. All right, here we go.
Following the final blow from Kamui, the fish-like hetero creatures in the greenhouse are torn to pieces.
All that's left is you. Oh, the big man shows himself. Okay, hold on.
Kamui swings his great sword, but his attacks is deflected by a mysterious force. A tall figure saunters out from within the shadowy depths, as if paying no mind to the enemy.
Gabriel. How do I want to do his voice? I guess I could do it like yeah, we'll do it like that. If it isn't more Babylonian scum, struggle as you will, it will only be in vain. Yeah, that sounds tough. We're gonna do it like that. Gabriel, our database has you marked as Luna's henchman. Does that mean Luna and the other ascendants are here too? Other ascendants?
Gabriel's vocalizer voices out a sardonic sneer.
Those cowards who betrayed the Ascension Network no longer have any right to reside here. Their whereabouts are no concern to me. You don't care where your comrades are? I have no interest in weaklings or cowards. Only those that possess absolute power and power itself are worthy of my attention. Then why are you still here at the former base? Because of my Mr.
Gabriel's voice fills with reverence and devotion.
After the battle, he bestowed me with a new life and allowed me to bear witness to a new zenith of power. Domishta? Are you referring to the ascendant in our database known as Roland? Roland.
Uttering his name, Gabriel's tone returns to his former coldness.
The Mr. I refer is a different agent. Roland is nothing more than a traitor to the Ascension Network. Looks like they have themselves a new agent. Puny minds. Does the existence of a new agent come as a surprise? Just another nuisance is all. Then let me share you with more good news. Aside from the Mr., there is yet another agent nearby that is beyond your understanding. So there are 3 agents. As I've said, there are only 2. As for Miss Luna's whereabouts, I do not know. Any attempt to reconfirm this will only yield the same answer. If you're so curious, I suggest you ask your colleagues. I'm sure they are more aware of the situation considering how long they have been tracking her. You mean Babylonia has been tracking Luna this whole time? Of course. Ever since Miss Luna became an agent right under Babylonia's nose, humanity has converted her power.
Gabriel pulls out his his cane from the side of his cloak and points it at Chrome standing in front.
As oblivious as you all are, there is no sense in continuing this conversation. I'd rather finish you myself than disturb the Mr. Seems like you're his #1 fan.
Gabriel takes a step forward. Red sparks begin to emit from his footprints, intertwining his cold mechanical limbs.
The Mister saved me from the brink of death and bestowed me with his newfound power. Now bear witness to this power.
Countless red photons colors in Gabriel's palm. As he clutches the bright cube, light erupts from the palm of his hand. Amid the blinding red light, Gabriel launches himself headlong at Strikehawk.
Defensive formation.
The walls of the greenhouse begin to turn into rubble, into seismic tremors. Smoke and dust fill the room. The defense formation barely manages to withstand the full light of Gabriel's attack. However, they now know the combat data on Gabriel is far from reality.
I take back what I said. You all might be clueless, but you are just like those Grey Raven troubles. You know Grey Raven?
Gabriel refrains from answering. Another cube of red light begins to coalesce in his hand. Before it can materialize, it is disrupted by Kamui's great sword.
Kamui, don't be so reckless. Captain, but for as a team. Roger.
Chrome steps forward. The blade of his scythe swings in an arc. Wan Chi swiftly leaps over his two comrades surrounding Gabriel and delivers a direct strike to Gabriel's scroll from above. Red light erupts from below, unleashing a wave of highly concentrated punishing virus into their inner devices. Searing pain spreads across their neural links and penetrates deep into their minds like a sharp blade drilling into their bones.
Pull back.
Kamui swings his great sword back upward. Using the inertia of the blast, he defends against the attack and pulls back several meters. Chrome raises his sight to catch the falling Wan Chi, then flings him toward Kamui.
Ooh, good move. Nice pass.
Kamui catches Wan Chi, then gives Chrome a thumbs up.
Think you can put me down first?
The narrow confines of the greenhouse limit Gabriel's movement. Unable to fly around, all he can do is swing his cane and attack the trio with the help of the punishing virus. Clang. Chrome abruptly passes Gabriel's lunge with his scythe. He quickly retracts his weapon, then uses his window of opportunity to leap into the air and slash his opponent. Gabriel was forced to step back in a hurry, pulling off his cloak. Countless red lights envelop him in preparation to unleash another explosion.
Gabriel, mother is still resting.
What? The red light in the greenhouse suddenly disperses in response to the girl. Gabriel retracts his weapon and glares at a nearby trio in contempt.
No need to fight in the narrow confines of a greenhouse. Don't think you can run. Run. No, I just don't want to ruin the Mister's plan. What the hell does that mean?
Gabriel sighs in disdain, responding vaguely.
Do you really wish to see the Mister? Leave with me and I'll give you an opportunity to fulfill your dying wish. If you insist on staying here, I can accompany you to the end.
With that, Gabriel takes Cinderlick and opens the door to the other side of the greenhouse, then stares at the trio.
Perfect. Wait until I get my hands on this guy when I see him. Seems like a trap. If we stay here and fight, getting crushed when those rooms cave in ain't much better. Maybe it's a good idea to get out of this place. They won't let us leave now that we know about the new agent. Also, we can't ditch Kamu. He doesn't know what happened here. Then let's follow him while we wait for Kamu. What do you say, Captain? White? Wan Chi? Who do you think sent to make my mother?
Wan Chi ponders the question for a while, then quietly spits out a series of unlikely explanations.
Based on the word, mother could refer to one of the agents mentioned earlier? A corrupted or even a new type of hetero creature?
Chrome still has his concerns, considering that whatever the true identity of this mother figure is, it will only put the team in danger of being attacked. He nods to Kamui and Wan Shi, signaling them to leave the greenhouse.
The plot thickens.
Following Gabriel and Cinderlick, the trio walks down the spacious waterway and arrives at a platform lift.
Why would a platform lift be here in a waterway? It's not that surprising. We did just come from an underground greenhouse after all. I don't think this waterway was really built to drain wastewater. Think the Ascendants stay here often? This place might be connected with City 75, considering that it was a military facility built to prevent war. I wouldn't be surprised if it served multiple functions. From what we observed along the way, I assumed it'd been abandoned for quite some time.
Chrome motions to Kamui to keep his voice down. The trio slows their pace, distancing themselves from Cinderlick and Gabriel up ahead.
This is just a theory, but I think the suspended corridor was opened on a short notice as a response to the Loch Ness arsenal. And I'm guessing it was abandoned due to the quality of the facility. I think you're right. Any more earthquakes and this waterway is going to collapse. Why is this the only shoddy part of the facility? A section of the report on City 75 stated that the facility was expanded to isolate the infected prior to developing the serum. Oof. But the punishing virus spreads faster than anticipated. The facility was abruptly abandoned before it saw any use.
As they are talking, Gabriel and Cinderlick disappear around the corner. The trio accelerates their pace to catch up. Among the flurry of footsteps, Chrome hears Kamui on Strikehawk comlink.
Where you guys?
Even though the Strikehawk comlink is more stable than most, his voice intermittently cuts out due to the unique jamming technology of the underground city.
Ooh, there we go. Sorry about that. On the platform lift down here on the waterway. What's your location? Maze. Down here. I'm going platform lift. Wait there. Alright. I'll wait for you.
Right as Chrome terminates the comlink, the group sees Cinderlick, who has disappeared around the corner, now floating in the air. Even though her damaged wing makes flight toilsome, 4 fish-like hetero creatures tightly grip the straps of her clothes and pull her upward.
I guess those straps aren't just for looks. Captain, I want a pair of my own. I'll help you put in a request, but don't get your hopes up. Now's not the time, though. I was expecting this kind of escape route for them. Wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Cinderlick is no longer needed here. I'm more than enough to serve as your guide. Come with me.
The one that advances wins.
Oh yeah. Okay, guess we're running. Damn.
Forward! You can't beat me! Let me handle the fighting.
Nice. Oh, we're taking damage though.
The one that advances wins.
Interesting. Oh my, that's a lot of turns. Oh my, that is a lot of turns. You cannot dodge in this area. Break through, use the coverage and stalk out them. Ah!
Forward! You can't beat me!
Okay, there's one.
The one that advances wins.
Holy shit. Oh! Okay.
Let me handle the fight. Forward. The one that advances wins. Forward.
There's the other one.
Let me handle the fighting. The one that advances wins.
What the
Requesting
fuck, dude? There's
support.
more of them back here? Jeez.
Forward.
God damn it. I'm gonna die. Fuck. Is there another one? Oh. There's not another one, thank God. Alright. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Shot, one kill. With your
Alright. It's very interesting to know that, like, who this mother is, and we're getting closer.
I have brought you the promised victory.
Alright. Well, that one was done. Damn, more battles. Alright. Let's get into it, shall we? 14-7. Recycled prisoner. Who we got? Whole squad. Alright, let's do it.
After a chaotic flash of red, Gabriel disappears above, leaving only Synodic floating in the air as she is pulled by 4 fish. She quietly looks down at the platform below like a doll hanging on a rope to dry. Suddenly, edible creatures begin to pile up on the platform lift. Along with them, the punishing concentration also begins to rise. Fortunately, the trio of special reinforcements for this mission barely managed to keep the corruption rate just below critical.
Didn't that guy say he wasn't going anywhere? Let's take call of the enemies on our way first.
With the concentrated effort, the edible creatures begin to decrease in number under the trio's barrage of firepower. Synodic places her hands before her as if in a prayer, and sighs gently.
She seems to be doing something. Doesn't matter. We got this. Turn back time.
The platform lifts begin to shake violently. The accumulating punishing virus transforms into a red electric current, climbing up the platform and under her wing. The wing begins to expand under the effects of the punishing virus. A radiant red light envelops Synodic. Amid the blinding light, she descends to the base of the platform. The ball of light enveloping Synodic leaves a trail of crimson snowflakes. The remains at the base on the platform begin to shake under its powerful force. Chrome spins toward the blinding ball of light, slicing the red current with his scythe. His blade rends the head of a creature protecting Synodic in twain, and the tip of his scythe penetrates the heart of the blinding light from above. However, the deafening rumble reveals that the remains of the head of creature have taken a new shape. Jitter bombs. Even though the explosive power of a jitter bomb is not particularly strong, such a large number in the confined space is sure to be fatal.
Where'd Synodic go?
With the platform now covered in glowing red jitter bombs, Synodic is now gone without a trace.
Get to the higher ground. No.
Chrome fires a grappling hook to the top of the shaft, hooking onto the wall.
You sure came prepared, Captain. Grab on to me. Got it.
Kamori grabs onto Wanshi's collar, then lunges and grabs onto Chrome's ankle as he hoisted into the air. Right as the trio was hoisted up into the upper rafts of the shaft, the thunderous boom of an explosion comes from below.
That's my captain. We're almost. Why didn't you do that earlier? Oh, that's someone else's voice. We gotta be a little bit more.
Before Kamui could finish speaking, Cinderlake appears before them and unleashes a downpour of arrow-like bloom-coated and concentrated punishing virus. Hanging onto Chrome, Kamui and Wan Shi are certain they are unable to dodge the barrage in time. But to their surprise, Chrome releases the pulley on the grappling hook, causing the trio to repel rapidly. The barrage of feathers originally aimed at Kamui and Wan Shi are now aimed directly at Chrome. A bolt of lightning vaporizes the majority of the feathers. However, a few still manage to find their mark on Chrome's shoulder.
Oh, Captain! Wasteful landing!
The trio repels firmly onto the base of the platform, then looks up at Cinderdick.
Because the limited speed of the grappling hook is prone to turning us into a moving target. Right as you said. Ooh, I'm yawning like a motherfucker now. Right as you said, turn back time. Those things turned into jitter bombs. Is that what you once were? Mimicry, camouflage. This is something that almost all creatures can do.
Cinderlick reaches out her hand and strokes her wing.
It used to do it when it was little, so is that why you pray to the past?
Cinderlick furrows her brows to the trio's surprise. She quietly waves farewell to the fish as they carry her away.
You're running away too? It's here.
She points her slender figure up as the dark, stalwart figure descends from above. It appears with a familiar figure.
Seeing as you passed the test, you are now deserving of a more fitting reception. Witness the myster's creation.
A hissing roar fills the area, causing their audio monitors to tremble. Somehow, they sense sadness and despair emanating from a stalwart figure.
Such an opportunity is a rare treat. Let me give you a bonus question. How many constructs from Babylonia do you think it is assembled from? You. Piece of cake, Captain. Let's destroy it like the other corrupted. Starkhawk, prepare for battle. Ooh, we fighting. I wonder. Oh, damn. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, shit! That thing came out blazing. Oh, it's already dead. Oh, there's another one. 2, 3, 4. And switch. Oh, yeah. It's a recycled prisoner, huh? Oh, damn, there's two of them? Oh! Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, come on. Oh, okay, we got it. Oh shit, we're jittering out.
What's happening?
I have brought you the promised victory.
chat. Hope you guys are having a good time. Just reviewing everything. I'm having a good time so far. But despite my yawning from like damn near every sentence I'm making, but it's because my breathing. I'm doing my breathing wrong. Prime example. But it's cool. I think we might be seeing the mother here soon. It'll be interesting. All right, let's get back into this. 4-8. Perfectilism. He speaks with no lofty words and acts like a modest teacher before his enemies. Interesting.
The massive frame in front of them crumbles into a pile of countless remains, scattering on the floor. Numerous neural cables and parts protrude from its hulking arms, some of which are still covered with Babylonian manufacturing logo.
It's not like you to frown at a corrupted captain. They're already corrupted.
Suddenly, they hear a round of applause from above. The trio looks up to see Gabriel clapping at the edge of a platform lift.
If champions or such as yourselves are willing to stay and offer your strength to the Ascension Network, I'm sure the Mister would welcome you with open arms. To hell with that. If I'm off every day of the week, I might be willing to consider it. Are you out of your mind? I'm just saying, only if I don't have to work.
With their usual banter, Chrome manages to smile despite their current predicament.
Well, there's your answer. We won't stay here, nor will we serve the agents. Since you've rejected my kindness, I'll leave you in the elevator shaft to become nutrients for the red tide.
The platform begins to shake as the surrounding punishing concentration begins to skyrocket.
We're going to drown here. I don't want to become a fish, Cap. Get out your grappling hook.
Gabriel looks down coldly from the rafts in the shaft as if willing for an opportune moment to strike them midair. Regardless, being attacked by Gabriel midair is preferable over drowning in the red tide. Chrome takes out the rope, quickly grabs his comrades, then leaps into the air. Right as Gabriel is about to strike the coupling, the feeling of indescribable oppression comes from above. He takes 2 steps back, then looks up with Syndicate and salutes.
We won't say anything now. We're gonna wait. Ooh, who is this figure? Interesting one for sure. I don't know what voice this person.
Chrome looks up to see a man dressed in black appear in the upper edge of the platform lift.
Give me some more time. I've got this under control. No matter. I'm just here to see who's giving you so much trouble. Sorry for the delay.
He looks like Strikehawk hanging from the rope, as if any move they make will be met with repercussions.
Mr. Gabriel left him for me to get some combat training.
Syndilic's salute and indifferent expression makes it seem as if she's merely facing a teacher rather than a mighty power of an agent.
And the results of said training? They're almost as strong as Grey Raven. Syndilic's failure is to be expected. Oh? I recall you mentioning that team.
He smiles with great interest and takes a serious look at the person in front of him.
I hope they're worthy of your recommendation. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go with that.
Standing on the high ground, he waves his hand at Gabriel.
Enough. See to your guest. She's looking for you. It's her. Correct. I've enhanced your frame. Don't let her get the best of you like last time. I won't let you down, Mr. Vanguard. It's not the name of the writer.
The agent by the name of Von Gut turns to Grom and puts his index fingers on his lip after gesturing a shush.
That's a secret.
He withdraws several steps and gestures them to approach.
Come. Hanging on a rope like that is not my way of treating guests.
Seeing them remain here, they hang. He smiles as if to welcome them.
You don't think I'm going to catch you off guard, do you? Well then, come for now.
The trio quickly climbs up to the rope on the top of the platform lift. Von Gut once again gives them a welcoming gesture, like that of a kind and dignified lord receiving guests at his estate.
Oh yeah, I like the voice that we have with him right now. Welcome to my temporary base. I assumed Alpha was going to bring the Grey Raven Gabriel has mentioned. I wasn't expecting the likes of you. But considering that Gabriel advocates on your behalf, I'm inclined to trust his intuition. Alpha? You mean the ascendant that served Luna?
Hearing this name, Rome's palms begin to sweat. If Alpha is here too, she is likely to be with Luna. If they can locate Luna, Pop and Peeve will be free of some suspicion.
Seems like you still got a lot to learn about her.
Chrome have received intel on the Ascendants prior to the mission. However, the report on Alpha only stated that she serves Luna and that the two are sisters. As for her combat ability, it was only marked with warning in red letters. If such a powerful Ascendant wanted to destroy them, why would Alpha let them waltz right into the base? If noticing Chrome's contemplation, Von Gut begins to speak of Luna.
I once saw Luna long ago. She was an outstanding agent. Prior to that, she worked dignitiously to carry out responsibilities entrusted by her ascent. Additionally, having been selected to an agent during the preliminary developments, she was unable to witness the evolution of an ascent. The evolution of the Ascension Network? You mean it's stronger than before? Correct. It's not only more powerful, but more stagnant in its demands for the selecting agents. Even though the concept of agents have been changed, no one can deny her credit as a pioneer. And to that, we owe a gratitude to Luna. Now she is more likely to be no longer eligible to serve as an agent. But as one of our predecessors, she has not only aided, she's in the evolution of the Ascension Network. She has also been deriving humanity firepower away from us, allowing the later generation agents to remain hidden from view. She's been derived of their firepower. You mean Babylonia has been tracking Luna this whole time? Of course. Ever since Miss Luna became an agent right under Babylonia's nose, humanity has converted her power. If agents are strong as you claim, why worry about being pursued by humanity? Do you think Earth fears humanity? Most of humanity spreads, devours, pollutes, and destroys the Earth like a virus. They are full of cruel and cunning ideas, allowing them to find their way into every nook and cranny. These people were responsible for Zero-Point Reactor meltdown that created the punishing virus. Not only that, Earth has nearly perished several times at the hands of humanity in the course of its long history. We're gonna go with that. Even ignoring history, I'm sure you've experienced numerous disasters caused by humanity. Therefore, we must separate a sheep from the goats, as shepherds do, and bury the wicked in the shadow of history. Only then can the world endure the long winter, and one day welcome the coming warmth of spring.
He stretches out his hand as if acting out in an all too familiar script.
Until then, the whole world still fears the follies of man. Of course, agents must tread equally heedfulness, should they not.
He appears calm and speaks at ease. Although they say that they should fear the follies of a man, there is no look of tension or fear. Standing among the group, he has the demeanor of an astute ordeal, calmly sharing pearls of knowledge gathered through personal anecdotes.
I think that's how you say the word. Even as agents, we must continue to improve, learn, and adapt. Much like the Dunning-Kruger effect states, people will only step onto the path of self-improvement once they realize their own shortcomings.
His words lack any sense of self-agonizing. He is like a modest teacher standing before the enemy. However, Chrome knows the modesty comes from confidence of knowing that no matter what happens, he can handle it with ease. It is precisely because of his overwhelming power he is able to speak so freely about weakness and secrecy in front of his enemies. If anything appears unnatural, it is that he keeps inadvertently glancing at Kamui's waist. Continuing to listen to Von Gutt's musings, Chrome turns his head slightly and glances at Kamui to figure out that the cause of such an irregularity. It appears that the buckle on Kamui's tactical belt had become loose during previous ordeal. Is that it?
As an agent, I have long been searching for those worthy of building a better world with me. However, few are capable of passing the preliminary fitting. Even fewer are willing to go beyond that. Even though they are capable of becoming immune to the punishing virus, they lack the power needed to rebuild a better tomorrow.
As Von Gutt speaks, he glances at Kamui's waist once more. However, Chrome was able to catch the point of interest. His gaze does, in fact, fall upon the loose buckle.
These people are nothing but fragile eggs, too.
Although a bit untimely, Chrome politely interrupts Von Gutt to confirm who he's dealing with exactly.
Pardon me, Kamui.
Chrome turns around and fastens the loose buckle on Kamui's tactical belt.
Huh? Why does that matter at a time like this?
Seeing this, Von Gutt lets out a hearty laugh in satisfaction.
Either you have an eye for detail, or you're just a perfectionist just like me. Seems Gabriel's intuition was right. I think you and I will get along swimmingly. As I was saying,
Von Gutt opens his arms to the trio cheerfully and looks over them.
I hope you can pass the filtering. Each splendid seed should be sowed on the road to tomorrow. I refuse. Your answer comes at no surprise, but tell me why. Perhaps we don't need to fight each other. After all, everything I am doing is to provide a future for Earth. A future that only belongs to you. How do you define you? I'm obviously referring to Ascendants and Corrupted. Ascendants, Corrupted. Don't forget that we were once human. We were once constructs. Even machines created by humanity have gained sentience. They have feeling and minds like us. For hundreds of millions of years, microscopic organisms such as harmful bacteria and viruses inhabited the earth along animals. Prior to the punishing virus, how do you think life managed to survive the infection and disease? Evolution, or rather, the filtering. Correct. I assume you're their captain. Organisms that can resist disease give birth to offspring with higher immunity. Those that are weak, regardless of the birth or time, will only rot, thereby becoming nourishment for the land. During the filtering, organisms will gradually evolve. This is the ordeal of world. Now that the corrupted have evolved into the red tide, the likes of which have turned into a breeding ground for new forms of life. The dead, it becomes nutrients for the creation of new life. This is the will of the punishing virus. The Ascension Network is no different. However, this filtering will come at the cost of most people. Life must be cruel, only to be more beautiful.
Vonget smiles as he focuses his gaze on Chrome.
It seems that your inner device is different from others. Interesting. Humans still manage occasional moments of brilliance in their struggle, but alas, this brilliance is too insignificant to assure victory. Even with the slightest ray of hope, we will wait for the day to expose darkness. Wait. Ah, yes. Wait.
Vonget places his hand behind his back and ruminates over the word.
And if the punishing virus shows no sign of subsiding, you'll take solace in ferocity as you wait. However, there is no such room for leisure now. Humanity will stop at nothing the people you've deemed unfit to continue to make changes. But I only see that they are competent and stuck in their ways of the past. Not to mention, some have given up killing each other in the names of science. How long can your persistence and stubbornness last in the struggle while still upholding these pathetic ideas?
He averts his gaze from the three faces and lowers his head in disappointment. In the dark waterway, the dusty lights begin to flash.
I like this new guy, Von Gunn. I think that's how you say it. But I will be right back. I've got to pee out of the wazoo. And then we get right back into this.
Alright, Bat, or Chat, I'm back.
So let's figure out what we know so far. So Strikehawk's down there. They just found a base, not the base, but a base for the Ascension Network. They're still trying to figure out who this mother is. We found out that Von Gott is kind of like the new placement, I think. And then they're basically feeding the Red Tide to produce new organisms. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I think that's about it so far. So now we're on 14-9, Faded Maze. Let's get into it. We got Chrome. All right, here we go.
Their surroundings begin to disintegrate. The flickering lights and image of Vongut begin to drift into space.
Visual model is being hacked. Oh, is that all?
Suddenly, Numerous ear-piercing alarms begin to buzz in his ears. Memory deviation at 31.217. Record erased.
Listen to the fear in your heart.
Establishing a simulation link. Memory deviation at 3316. Record erased. Establishing a simulation link.
These are. Ooh, they're being. Interesting. Oh, wait, I thought that was Lee. Oh, I guess not.
Chrome's field of vision gradually returns amid the frenzy of alarms. He suddenly finds himself before a red warning screen. It is not so much fear as it is disgusted engraved in his memories.
Smith had long been perfected. I brought you back as my son to make you a smith and become perfect. Me. No, it's not like that. Langston, as my son, do you know what to do? Don't you? I've already broken free from my shackles. You are a failure. Nothing you have ever done or submitted to anything has always been like that. No, I've already got them back at the most. The agent will crush your teammates one by one. You respect those who will be framed and put to death, and you are powerless.
Ignoring the ear-piercing noise, Chrome quietly grabs his weapon.
You want to protect them? You want to protect those who are doomed to abandon you? Constructs are only seen as a convenient tool. You saw that for yourself. The moment you became a construct, you became a loser. You'll never be the chief. You'll never be a true commandant. Now, you are only a tool.
Doubt. Undeniable doubt. This doubt has persisted in his heart over countless missions and battles, like a cobweb forming in the corner of a wall. Now this doubt has become amplified and restless by some unknown power. A bolt of carrying light. A bolt of lightning carrying Chrome's conviction shatters the darkness before him. Silencing the Capone, slowly his mind begins to stabilize. Only for warning alerts to immediately start buzzing again. Chrome's field of vision fills contorted streaks of vibrant red. A familiar pain bites at his nerve, rippling throughout his entire body. Warning. Memory overload. Warning.
You are worthless. You failed to live up to your father's expectations. How dare you even call him Dad?
Chrome waved his sight at the shapeless onslaught of noise once more. Firm denial, unbearable pain. Everything seems to be ridiculing his choices again and again. The detestable but all too familiar memories stab at his fingertips. All of the nerve endings in his entire body begin to fire in rhythm. Each breath feels as knives are carving out his bones.
There is nothing at the end of the road you have chosen.
With an agonizing breath, another bolt of lightning shatters the darkness and steals his conviction. The ground begins to rumble slightly, as if someone is laughing nearby.
As long as I disable my visual and audio models, there's no way for you to hawk me.
Even though intuition is guiding his judgment, Chrome is resolute to his decision. The ground begins to rumble again, as if the person laughing had taken a few steps closer. An invisible, coercive force quickly approaches from the left. As for what the force is, it is the gust of wind from a blade. Chrome's scythe collides with metal. The violent impact sends vibrations through his palms, numbing his knuckles. With the usual resilience, Chrome would typically be unfazed by the pain from such intense vibrations. However, with his visual and audio models disabled, there was only one method to retain his agility in combat. improve the sensitivity of all modules in his perception cluster, even if it will cause severe pain. No. Pain is necessary to maintain mind stability with his visual and audio models disabled. Gusts of frigid wind attacks from the left and right. Chrome turns to dodge the attack from the left while using his sight to block the blade approaching from the right. Got you. Right as Chrome finds an opening, he charges his scythe with lightning and strikes in the direction of the wind. Bullseye! Even though he has clearly landed a blow, there is no sense of struggle or pain typical of being stabbed. Instead, the enemy remains motionless like a stalwart wall. A wall? Is this a defensive barrier? Someone answers from the point of impact. Despite being unable to hear what is said, he can sense the subtle vibration from the sound. He wants to retreat, but his weapon is held in place by a mysterious force. Suddenly, Chrome feels the crushing sensation of being choked. He feels as if his body is being corrupted by the punishing virus, which intensifies the magnitude of pain as if he is being skinned alive. Still, Chrome continues to struggle alone in the darkness. I can't. He grips his weapon tightly, even though he feels the searing pain of his broken knuckles. He has lost all perception in his hand. Regaining control of his weapon, Chrome unleashes an all-out attack at the enemy choking him. Right as the blade connects with the enemy, the figure releases Chrome and takes several steps back. Although he escapes from the enemy's vice grip, Chrome is temporarily stun-locked due to the agonizing pain and corruption. Just before his senses of subtle vibration of the opponent's footsteps approaching again, someone with high punishing corruption quickly ambushes the enemy from behind. Giving himself no time to catch his breath, Chrome uses the opportunity to turn and search for his teammates. Kamui! Wanshi! He still remembers her general position before blacking out. After fumbling along for his memory of a few steps, a quivering breath brushes against his broken fingertips on the left. Who's the Guanchi? Feeling his face, Chrome is vaguely able to recognize the contour of Guanchi's face. That is crazy work. Chrome grabs his shoulder and senses Guanchi trying to open the button-up bucket from his tactical bag. What is Guanchi seeing? Drowning in the hallucination, Chrome is no longer able to exert control of his body. Still, he struggles to take out the contents in his carrying bag. Perhaps it will be some use to Wanshi. Chrome fumbles to help him open the eradicate series of buttons on his carrying bag. If they are going to get out of here alive, Chrome was going to request an easier bag to open for Wanshi first thing. Just as this trivial thought comes to mind, the vibrations from two people fighting gradually disappear. Instead, they are replaced by an earthquake-like rumble from underneath the lift. The individual who had ambushed the enemy from behind approaches him, then stops nearby. Kamu. The rumbling from below grows in intensity. Even if there are still risks of being hacked, Chrome does not hesitate to activate the previously disabled models. With vision and hearing gradually restored, Chrome comes back to see Kamui, who normally has a sunny disposition, wearing a look of agonizing pain.
Koya! Koya! Kamu, you damn troglodyte. Wake the hell up!
Seeing that Kamui is still unconscious, Kamui slams his face on his chest. Still not fully awakened, Kamui gives him a swift kick in the pants. Just now waking up, Wanshi sits feebly and looks at Kamui anxiously. He's still grasping an empty syringe with trembling hands, which he had just taken out in the open carrying bag.
Does he have any painful memories? Wake up, damn it!
Kamui is shaken by Kamu. He rubs his dizzy eyes, leaving traces of pain on his face.
Koya!
Seeing the dark waterway in front of him, Kamui realizes that he was hallucinating just now. He stands up and gives a cheery, albeit smile to Kamu, who returns the look with a grimace.
When did you get here? Just now. You and Wanshi were lying on the ground. Oh? I don't know why. I found myself trapped playing a level I was stuck on for a month. Is that what happened to you guys too? The agent hacked our audio and visual models. Phew. At least that wasn't real.
Interesting. But after reflecting on his hallucination, his smile quickly fades.
No. I was...
Seeing Kamui wake up, Chrome breathes a heavy sigh of relief, then adjusts the sensitivity of his perception model back to normal. Even still, the trauma and pain he experienced in the dark had far exceeded the limit of what most people could endure.
Wait. Where's that guy?
They look around to see no sign of Von Gut. Beneath the floor, the sounding of rumbling is like a countdown to impending death. Suddenly, immersive pressure causes the crack to form in the floor as the red tide spews out from within.
Looks like that wasn't the last of the red tide. It's more diluted than before. There's still a ton of it. We need to get out of here.
The four of them quickly run to an exit, but at the speed, sooner or later, they will be surrounded by red tide and the head-hole creatures occupying the waterway.
Come on, get Wanshi and come out of here. What's the big idea? I'll try and hold off the red tide to buy you all some time. Let me help you. Not like the red tide would do anything to me. On the way here, I found some switches that open up some secret passages. It'll be easier if I just show you. Captain, forget it. You won't listen anyways. Wanshi, let's go clear the way. All right, but don't wait up for us. Relax, Wanshi, let's go. All right. Be sure to come back in one piece. So we're fighting now. Ooh, a new area. It's interesting to know, like, the dude could just hack into the boom like that and get us wherever we needed to be. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Oh my god. Besides me yawning damn near 24 seconds. Look for a passageway up the floor. We're going back the way we came from. There we go. Wait, what happened to you? Oh shit, we're being chased. And we've got monsters. We thought there was gonna be dialogue. I'm choking on my fucking water because of it. Okay, we're back. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep moving. I want to say that we made a pretty good dent into the story so far. I want to say we're like maybe halfway. We're close to halfway. But I want to see what happened to us. What happened to us, the Commandant? Oh, there's more of them. Alright, let's keep moving. Up we go. What is this? That's a new one. More corrupt than hell. Oh shit, what the hell? There we go. What is this one? This eye patch. I don't use it. Oh no, not my combat datas. Okay, keep moving. We gotta run. Oh, get off of me.
How do you feel about the result?
Can't even go up the fucking stair. That's crazy work. Oh shit. We're at 67%. That's not good. Gotta keep running. Gotta keep going. Oh, of course, there's more fucking dudes.
Requesting support.
There you go. Alright, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Where are we going? Are we not supposed to be here? I thought those stairs lead up to. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. This one let me through. I was like, what the hell? I wonder when we're gonna see who the mother is. I'm very curious to see who that is. Oh, fuck out of here with all this.
Requesting support.
Oh, we're unable to obtain signal work? That's tough. Good to know. We're right there, though. Move! Not Kamu. I know he cannot. He's not affected by it, but still. All right, here we go. 14-10. Kamui spots a faint smile on Crumb's face before Crumb completely loses consciousness. Climbing the ladder, the ground underfoot begins to rumble slightly. The source of the rumbling only comes from Kamui fighting against the enemies down below, but also from the Hero tide rushing toward Chrome from above. Facing the surging wave of Hero creatures, Chrome is forced to defend his position to the front of the ladder. Even if the corruption in his frame reaches critical mass, he will still continue to fight. However, this is no foolhardy self-sacrifice. Rather, sensing that the level of corruption is no longer rising, he detects something about the strange anomaly. Take a page out of your playbook. As long as he can hold on a little longer and intercept the enemies rushing toward him, his determination might just be able to pull off such a Hail Mary. Even then, he can barely keep such an unspeakable plan suppressed in the bottom of his heart. Chrome takes a step forward, his scythe enveloping the lightning slashes of the Hero creatures, smashing wave after wave into pieces. But right as he catches a glimpse of victory, he hears the sound of ominous footsteps slowly approaching. I'm sure you think it's a miracle that you made it out such a here alive. Are you still choosing to sacrifice yourself to save your comrades? Chrome remains silent. He stands firmly and continues to hold to block an incoming wave of Hero creatures. Interesting. The Hero creatures in front of him suddenly halt their attack as if they received a signal. Most leaders should immense weight. Oh, most leaders shoulder immense weight. They rise fast and fall even harder. Seems you are no different. I won't let that day come. Faced with Chrome's conviction, Mongut quietly walks forward. Electric currents of the punishing virus hiss beneath his feet like raging waves as if to tear the narrow space apart. Show me everything you've got. Countless crimson
to reds to leap out of the ground and strike all targeting Chromes in the device. Chrome remains undocked. He dodges the attack and rushes forward toward Von Gut. Just as he is about to reach his opponent, he picks up the motionless remains. Of a nearby hero creature with his scythe as a shield, blocking the attack. The golden light from his scythe unleashes a thunderclap. Chrome strikes Von Gut defense's barrier with all of his might.
You've already tried using brute force. Gun.
Chrome grips his scythe tightly, condensing all the light into the tip of his blade. With the scorching heat of a meteor strike, he smashes Von Gut's barrier once more. Following the slight cracking sound of a tip on the scythe finally manages to penetrate the seemingly indestructible defense barrier.
You cannot still maintain consciousness while at this level of corruption. You are still indeed a splendid seed.
He looks at the weapon puncturing his defense barrier and nods in faint appreciation.
What you lack is not courage, agility, skill, but pure and raw power. As I've said before, your speed of humanity's technology progress can't ensure victory. But the potential and progress you have shown me, I'll give you some more time to blossom.
He places his hand behind his back and deactivates the punctured defense barrier. He takes a step back, noticing Chrome at his limits.
As a sign of respect of your bravery, I'll call them off your comrades.
Right as Von Gut finished speaking, the head of the creatures within the waterway click of his side to the tide.
One more thing. The transport craft you flew in on has constantly sending eyes in search of you. They're no match for corruption, but that doesn't mean that they will stop recording. If the investigators recover them, that could spell trouble in the future. So I've had Cinderella take care of the transport craft for you. She said that there are some other issues, but that doesn't concern us, so Cinderella didn't get involved. Is your loyalty really worth it? Light and darkness coexist. Don't you share a similar view?
Faced with Chrome's answer, Von Gut simply smiles and says nothing more. He turns and walks into the dark tunnel. Climbing up along the corroded floor, Kamu squeezes through a half-collapsed hole.
Oh, you walk. Everything okay?
Seeing Kamu return, Chrome wants to stand up, but the split light of his flames makes him unable to maintain balance. Even a cursory glance shows that his frame is seriously corrupted and damaged.
I was gonna ask you that. Take a good look at yourself. I'm fine. I don't care what you say. We need to get you to a doctor. I've already tended to the captain's wounds. At least his injuries won't get any worse for the time being.
Oh! Let's hurry back. There's nothing more we can do.
Alright, we're all here. Let's get going. Captain, let me carry you. No need. I can walk.
Chrome responds coherently, but the others can tell he is struggling to hide his fatigue that he is barely holding on.
I know you said to stay awake, but I didn't say you had to stay moving. Exactly. One, she said your wounds will get worse if you keep at it. We need to get you back ASAP. Are you still here because of me? There's only one transport craft back. The only one that brought you here is gone. If we leave you here, you might get attacked by that agent again. Kamui, grab the captain and let's go. You got it.
Chrome tries to refuse, but Kamui throws him over his shoulder without much resistance.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Unable to move due to his serious injuries, Chrome has no choice but to give up the struggle.
Full speed ahead.
After Strikehawk evacuates, two shadowy figures emerge from the scorched ruins.
Ooh, which one? Ooh. Where did it go? Can he really make it back with those injuries? I've done what I can to stop his punishing concentration from rising past the point of no return. He should be able to make it back safely to Babylonia.
The figure in the shadows lifted a soft, cheerful laugh.
Even if he manages to hold out, it'll take him over a month for his frame to recover. Why this special treatment?
The man laughs, then points at his forehead.
This is a declaration of war. I need to keep him alive so he can deliver my message to those bastards playing mind games right at my doorstep.
Unsure of what this means, the girl tilts her head to the side in confusion.
Forget it. I'm just trying to lure those snakes out of the hiding again. After all, to them, only the dead stay quiet. But in the past, you did whatever you could to cover our tracks so the humans couldn't find us. But now, you're bringing them right to us? This isn't the first time we made our presence known. We just stopped for a brief period of time. Ever since I first laid my eyes on the red tide, I knew that the future foretold by a scent was within our grasp. Lions can't expect to capture an elephant merely waiting in the shade. Now is our time to go on the offense. Not to mention, Alpha is going to stop at nothing to redirect humanity's spear away from Luna and onto me anyway. Even if you kill him, the same thing will happen in the future. You can get rid of Alpha, but even Luna will become the next ticking time bomb, and we don't know where she is. I've been collecting food to feed the Red Tide. If they're willing to send a seed us delivery, all the better. I'm sure she expresses her sincere gratitude for such a mutually beneficial victory. Are you worried about him? Yes. Relax, dear child. I've never known a human to return to Earth after arriving in Babylonia. You'll never see him again. Okay. Our priority now is your mother. I'm sure that won't be the last of them. I'll leave you to protect her. I am needed elsewhere.
The girl nods, then takes the crystal pyramid from him.
Do you know what this does? Yes.
The transport craft steadily enters low orbit. Kamo enters the isolation chamber, while Kamo and Wan Shi show signs of trepidation. Wan Shi inspects Chrome's inner device again. Even though his frame was heavily damaged from the battle and corruption, his inner device is relatively intact.
With all this damage, even if everything goes according to plan, if we're going to be out of commission for over a month.
Chrome forces a nod. Feeling weak, he can only lean against the cabin wall. The dark sky outside the window makes him drowsy. Prior to the departure, Chrome canceled the countdown for the distress call and sent an emergency evacuation request to the nearby task force, hoping that they stop their search and rescue mission and evacuate ASAP. If the squad encounters the agent, there will only be one outcome: death. For Chrome, he had long since grown acquainted with the word death. This is war. He recalls what his father has said to him. Death is inevitable. That is also what his father had said. As long as you are a soldier on the battlefield, your day will come. A feudal memory fills Chrome's mind. For that, he had experienced a catastrophic failure, but they gave Chrome a new life. What about this time?
Even in the worst case scenario, at least I protected everyone.
With this feeling, Chrome recalls the thought that he had flashed before his mind before his final encounter with Von Gut.
If it wasn't the worst case scenario.
If only he he held on to an ounce of hope. If he is able to transfer into his new firm early due to damages sustained in battle, since Poppin' B has only been the one resistant to corruption, will he be able to temporarily free the Commandant to stabilize the corruption and other issues caused by mind deviation? Working alongside Poppin' B, Rome will have a better chance of destroying that secret base than.
Langston, do you know what to do as my son, don't you? Gather evidence that is of use, put them together, and create the perfect me. I'm going to achieve this goal my own way, God.
But this goal, no matter how sought after it is, it cannot be his final destination.
Looks like I'm going to spend a month in the Star of Life, whatever perma frame.
Considering all the surveillance lately, perhaps spending a month in the Star of Life recovering will be more suitable for his opposition plans. During his meeting with Poppin' B, even though he did not reveal anything to the opposition, he did give him a new target. Even still, Chrome has no regrets. He has to make sure of the Commandant's willingness before he saves the next life. After his meeting with Poppin' B, the Commandant's willingness is without a doubt. Whether he has to become the Rat
Wow, I'm surprised they went word for word what I said.
to free Poppin' B or acquire the Commandant's assistance, he must stay alive. He has to achieve his goal his own way.
I can't let them stop me.
He has to take action, even under these circumstances.
I can't get a whole Star of Life. I wanted to see if they're still taking patients. Is there a comm leak down? Is there a signal jammer nearby? Oh,
Chrome wants to ask one she, but his corruption and wounds make him unable to speak.
I think someone planted something next to the engine. I didn't really look into it closely before takeoff because we were in such a hurry. It's not safe to check during flight either. Call them when we get back to base.
They all nod. Silence falls over them among the rumbling of the transport craft. Chrome wants to share his suspicion with everyone, but even his vision begins to fade. He doesn't know what might happen if he passes out here. One she has not specified, but by the look on his face, it definitely would not be good.
I must stay awake and leave a clue.
Chrome struggling to gain control over his broken figure.
8:29.
He writes this simple mention on the palm of his hand with the vital fluid excluding from his fingertip.
Call him number 29.
This is the address for Avmov in his terminal's directory. Most of the time, Asimov is in his workshop where he cannot be reached. Only this address is able to reach him regarding a top-secret research. In addition to only those involved in the top-secret project know of this address. If they are willing to use heavy-handed means to intertwine with his plans, such as signal jammers, he has no other choice but to write his glimmer of hope in his hand. If his assumption is correct, Wan Chi and Kamui will understand this clue as they check each invalid comm leak. After all, they are sure to connect the dots while looking at the directory itself. In order to make the number more apparent, Chrome once again struggles to gain control over his fingertip. Pain. Deep, agonizing pain. Prior to this mission, Chrome has not used pain to stay conscious for quite some time. Somehow, this gives Chrome a season of bitter nostalgia. Steadily arriving at the predetermined landing zone, Babylonia is already shrouded in artificial night. For Chrome, the imaginary moon hanging outside the window had accompanied him for countless nights in FOS college. Countless days, work, repeat, train, repeat, struggle, repeat. All to keep the Langster and Smith on top. But now, there was no need for such a cold, relentless pursuit of perfection. Becoming a Smith was no longer his sole pursuit. Perhaps it is the sense of familiarity that gives him a little peace of mind, or perhaps he has already reached the limit. Chrome memory once again begins to sink into itself.
We made it. Leave the transport ship so we can finally contact the Star of Life. Roger, I'll get the captain off the ship. His condition is getting worse. Carry him and keep him steady.
Thanks. Sorry for the trouble. Chrome wants to say that, but he cannot spirit out a single word.
Wait, Kamui. There's something written on the captain's hand. 829. That wasn't there before boarding the plane. Did he want to tell us this but couldn't? It seems that his vocalizer has been destroyed. Go to the Star of Life before looking into this.
Wan Chi grabs Chrome's hand and wipes it clean.
Bro, what the fuck? Oh, never mind. Never mind. He's doing it to protect it. Let's go.
Reliable comrades, reliable friends, a real sense of security. He thinks of how fortunate he is to be a captain of Strikehawk.
Hey!
Before Chrome falls into a coma, Kamui sees a smile on the corner of his mouth. Although it is now early morning, according to human convention, there are still several personnel on the landing platform performing maintenance on transport craft. They are somewhat surprised to see the safety hatch open halfway as a blonde figure rushes out from within. The young man, who personnel could always tell he was laughing even by looking at the back of his head, is now in a state of panic.
Hey! Is there a medic? Military personnel returning from Earth. Turn left and proceed through the sterilization tunnel. Then you can keep a regional starter on the ER at the Star of Life.
The staff member standing behind the right parchment simply recites the regulations apathetically. Hearing this formulaic response, Kamui remains quiet. Instead, he rushes in the direction of the sterilization tunnel, with Chrome lying unconscious in his arms. After seeing them disappear, the workers behind the partition get together and begin to gossip.
That guy was carrying... He was one of the Smith, wasn't it? What the hell was that mission? I wouldn't be surprised even if the Grey Raven Commandant came back in that condition one day. Man, don't fucking sleep on me like that. And the Commandant's human, but him... I want to see the look on Smith's face.
Passing the evacuation corridor, Kamui runs to the sterilization tunnel with Chrome in his arms. Kamu and Wan Chi follow in close pursuit.
Let's go our separate ways from here. I won't be any use to him.
Hearing this, Wan Chi says something to Kamu, but keeps quiet.
I'll let you know when everything's under control. Don't worry.
The small central purification filter rumbles in the background. Kamu looks at Kamui and Chrome in his arms. Standing among the sterilization spray, silence hangs over the group. No one knows what to say at a time like this. A prompt signals when the sterilization is complete. Kamu nods and waves goodbye. After watching Kamu leave, Wan Chi and Kamui carry Chrome to the regional shutter.
Holy shit, this one's long.
Upon returning to this familiar yet disturbing place, the Star of Life seems to be even more chaotic than what Wan Chi remembers. Due to the large-scale battle in City 75, the Star of Life, which had a reputation for being busy, is now a headscape of blood and vital fluid. Before the battle even began, the staff anticipated a large number of casualties, but even as they try their best, they still cannot cope with this spreading disaster. After the Lognese arsenal destroyed most of the Red Tide, there were still mass casualties in the cities of 75. They cleaned up a large number of hetero creatures, transported supplies, recovered samples, and collected data. It may have appeared insignificant compared to the achievements of the core personnel, but it was still equally important. Wan Shi takes Kamui through the ER lobbies via a familiar shortcut, places Chrome on a temporary maintenance table.
We need... apologies, the maintenance room is already at max capacity.
Before he can even finish speaking, the staff hastily refuses him and runs over to a room where he is being called for assistance.
How can there be so many wounded? Wan Shi, let's contact President Hazen.
Wan Shi nods. They both open their terminals, then dial Hazen and Cecilia.
No response. No response from Cecilia either. Is it too late in the evening? What about Asimov and the others? Most of the others are on missions, but we can try Asimov.
Both of them repeatedly call Asimov for help, but he does not pick up. After a long time, a strange face appears in front of the comm leak.
Cecilia! Hello. Cecilia is currently running a meeting. Can I relay a message to her through? I can if you wish.
Both of them quickly explain the situation.
If someone is injured, please proceed to the Star of Life and follow the procedure. But they're already at max capacity. In that case, wounded personnel have no choice but to wait for a mate. Oh, that's tough. I'll relay the message to Cecilia, but neither her or the president can help with medical issue. I can recommend you wait patiently. Are you kidding me? My response is according to protocol. I can repeat it if you like. You piece of... Enough. I guess we have no other choice.
Wan Shi abruptly terminates the call.
Seems like Haas and Cecilia are tied up as well. Their comms are being rerouted. There's no point in wasting your breath. We have to think of another way. Well, if this is Dr. Wan Shi, I sure haven't seen you in a while. I don't know who she is, but oh well.
A somewhat familiar face appears in the corner.
You're still here. Well, there's no other place for me to go now, is there? Anyway, I have a frame that needs maintenance. Is there space? Can't you tell?
The doctor laughs awkwardly.
It doesn't have to be in the maintenance room. He just needs a matching action module and vital fluid dialysis. Are you going to operate? Damn, he about to slip out of retirement, get back in this shit.
She hurries to the temporary maintenance table and checks the stock of Chrome's model.
All that's left is a hand module, but you can't replace it without maintenance room. After all, it's not as simple as just replacing the hand. Did you check the reserves? Star of Life is used to keep emergency supplies on hand. This is all we have. We're already running on fumes here, but I can pour some strains and get you a vital fluid filter, seeing as it's an emergency.
She turns to Wan Shi and says with a heavy heart,
Or you can think of another way, Dr. Wan Shi. I'll take the filter for now.
She nods, squeezing her way through the crowd corridor. She quickly returns with a vital fluid filter. Together, she and Wan Shi hook up Chrome to the machine.
I recommend you get him out of here as soon as possible.
She quietly whispers to Wan Shi as they hook up the machine. Why?
He won't get help, if you know what I mean. If you ask why, all I can say is the hospital is running out of supplies. I'll be in trouble if I say any more. Damn, so they are on running fumes. That is tough as shit. Wish I had more water.
She clears her throat after hooking up the machine.
I've got work to do. If you think of another way, just leave the filter here. I'll come get it later. Thank you.
She nods, then disappears behind a corner marked Star of Life.
Is this the only way? We need to replace his dying parts now so that he has a chance to survive and recover. But there aren't any available maintenance rooms or suitable parts. What about someone else, like A29? I thought about that too, but what the hell does that mean? In puzzle games, it's sort of a code, normally represents a password, location, or a particular spot in a large set of data. The captain couldn't have left a clue about something none of us know about. Like a lock? The closest building related to A29 is a shop. Then that only leaves one possibility. The directory?
Before they had arrived at this conclusion, they had been pondering over the directory, looking at the people to call for help. It seems so obvious now. After the two reach a contours, they quickly take out Chrome's terminal.
Column A, number 29. Hey, 28 and 29 are both Asimov. Let's give it a try.
Wan Shi presses the number in the directory. However, no answer. Their last glimmer of hope. As the dial tone continues to ring, a rare braid of sweat appears in Wan Shi's forehead.
If I can get the replacement parts for this frame, I can try to replace them here. Want to contact the captain's father? He rarely talks about his family, but I've heard other mention him.
It's rare to see Kamui this serious. Wan Shi looks up for a moment.
I've heard some rumors, but did you see the situation just now? They're obviously taking the captain's father into account. I think we should keep trying to reach Asimov.
Wan Shi presses the name of the directory once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Suddenly, there is a prompt to connect them from the other end.
Asimov! Ah!
There is nothing in front of the communication monitor except a young scream.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have connected Mr. Asimov Comlink without his permission, but it kept ringing. Who's there? Forget it. Doesn't matter. Do you know who he is? But what? It does matter. Oh, it's a girl. Okay. My name's Rosa. I came to ask Miss Asimov a few things.
Judging from her childish voice and being unable to reach the camera,
This is a child?
the girl had to be 6 or 7 years old at most.
He's not here. I think he's hiding to continue his research. We've got an emergency. Where is he exactly? An emergency? Go to zone B3 on the science console. That's where he goes so no one bothers him.
B3 is a new research building of the science console, which is fairly close to the Star of Life.
Let's go.
A ray of hope shines on their bewildered faces. Kamui picks up Chrome again and rushes to the shuttle outside.
Holy shit, this one's long.
The shuttle quickly turns into Zone B3. There is a young girl standing in front of the stairs of the building.
Hi, I'm Rosa. You said it was an emergency, so I followed you here to see if I can help. Mr. Asimov should be in the sealed lab. Sealed lab? Yeah, Mr. Asimov doesn't like being bothered, so...
She explains obediently, but begins to get nervous after seeing Kamui's anxious face.
Sorry, follow me.
Rosa races into the building and into the emergency stairwell near Mach 1, banging on a wall around the corner.
Mr. Asimov!
Rosa's voice trembles with a slight whimper. The crashing of various research equipment comes from the desk of the sealed lab. Arriving upstairs, Asimov stares at Wan Shi with kindred dark circles of brilliance under his eyes. As he is packing things up, he had just knocked over. Wan Shi wants to ask, so someone can scare Asimov, huh? But he has more pressing issues.
Save our Captain Asimov!
He looks at Chrome, who is gravely injured at Kamui's arms, and his face turns pale.
Come with me.
Asimov hurries to the sealed lab. Rosa stands there timidly and waves as if choosing not to follow them.
This might not be an AR, but this timing couldn't be better. I've been working to fix the remaining problems with Combs' frame since this morning. Sorry, I left my terminal in the workshop. People kept disturbing me. I just so happened to fix the issue that has been giving me trouble all this time.
Asimov pushes to open the door, takes Chrome from Kamui, and places him on a maintenance table.
Aren't these dudes like heavy as shit? Like he's dead? He's dead weight too, and he's a construct, so he must be heavy. Wan Shi, give me a hand.
Wan Shi nods and immediately begins attaching various instruments near the table of Chrome.
What about me? I still need you to confirm some things. Grab my terminal. Rosa may have taken it with her. Terminal? Go. Roger. Oh, that was a long one. Holy shit. But it's taking us right to where we need to be. Oh. And my voice was starting to get more raspy without water.
Oh,
Okay. Let me check something. Seems like I can crank up the bits a little bit. Looks like we might have to try that next time. Okay. So, I think that's where we're going to end it for now. That was a whole lot of talking for one episode. That was a lot. But we ended a good spot, kind of, in a weird but good spot. Let's see. I think we're only like halfway. Oh, yeah. We just broke the halfway point. We're at 52%. That's tough. But anyways, I think we're gonna end it there for now. That's a good spot. So let me talk more about this. Saturday, okay? Saturday will be the day that I pull for Luna. Okay. Luna will be coming home that day, as long as her weapon, and I might pull for the pet. I don't know. We're gonna see. If I really truly want to get all of it, then yeah, I will. But we're gonna see. So Saturday we'll be streaming at 9 a.m. We're gonna go till 12. We're gonna go till noon my time. We're gonna do more of the story. We're hopefully gonna be able to get more of a crack into it. We made pretty good progress. I think we're at 7% when we started, or like not even. We were only on episode 1, and now we're on episode 11. So it's not bad. 10 episodes out. Where you might also see me do the war zone and the pain cage. I don't know yet. It might be a little bit different, but I think we're still gonna focus on the story. But the biggest one will be getting Luna and pulling for her, and you're gonna see my reactions on that. And I'm hoping I can win the 80%. I'll be pissed if I can't. I don't know when we're gonna be pulling for her, like what time frame between the 9 to 12, but we are guaranteed. I can guarantee you we will be pulling for her no matter what. That is a given. So yeah, Saturday will be story, pulling it somewhere in between that, and then kind of just reviewing and going over all that. Looking at the skills, looking at the character, the design. Maybe you might see me pull the skins. Don't know yet, but I can tell you what, Saturday is going to be jam packed with besides the story, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to that too. How about this? Plan for the polling to start probably around 10:30ish. It's a good hour in between the story we can get done, then take a little break, watch all this, and then get back into the story again. So I think that's a good point. Anywhere, so 10:30 will be where we do the poll. And I'll have it pulled up on the title for the thing and all that fun stuff so you guys can see it. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. I've yapped for long enough. I don't wanna keep you guys here any longer. I'm sorry if you hear the dog. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Thursday. You guys stay warm wherever you guys are at, and I hope to see you guys on Saturday. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna go drink water, use the restroom, and get ready for work. And that's about it for my day. So yeah, you guys take care, and I will see you guys on Saturday, 9 a.m. Bye, guys. Take care.